Good morning, my dear Prakashites. It is indeed a great pleasure to talk to you today on this Gandhi Jayanti Day, October 2. Our country celebrates this day in honor of the father of our nation, affectionately and reverentially known as Mahatma Gandhi. Albert Einstein, one of the greatest scientists of all time, was once asked to share his opinion on Mahatma Gandhi. He said, and we still vividly remember those words, "Generations to come will scarcely believe that such a man as this ever lived in flesh and blood walked upon this earth." You belong to that generation, and we need to remind you of Mahatma Gandhi lest you should forget him. The famous British playwright George Bernard Shaw was asked about his impressions of Mahatma Gandhi. He retorted in his characteristic wit and humor, "It is like asking someone about the impressions on the Himalayas." Such, in essence, is the outstanding responses of outstanding personalities of history to Mahatma Gandhi. Remember, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi lived and died. He was born in Porbandar this day in 1869 and died. No, he was shot dead on January 30, 1948. He was 78 when he was assassinated. During his life itself, he was honored and worshipped as Mahatma, meaning the great soul. As students, we must look at his education. At age 9, he took admission at the local school in Rajkot, very near to his house. There he studied arithmetic, history, Gujarati language and geography. 2 years later, when he was 12, he joined Alfred High School in Rajkot. He was only an ordinary and average student. Nothing extraordinary about his school career. Of course, he bagged some prizes. He was withdrawn and was not speaking much, almost keeping to himself with no friends around him. He had no interest in sports or other extracurricular activities. He lived in his own small world of books and classroom lectures of his teachers. He passed out from high school in Ahmedabad. Then he joined a college in Bhavnagar, but dropped out of that college. Then he went to Bombay and then took a ship to England. He joined the University College of London and took a degree in law and became Barrister Gandhi. A lawyer in London is known as barrister. Gandhi knew his weaknesses and took courses in public speaking and got rid of his shyness. Gandhiji was a great social reformer, and he left the world far better than when he came into it. He is the apostle of all virtues. He is well educated and was a flourishing barrister. He knew law well, but tried to secure justice to humanity. He fiercely and fearlessly fought against mighty empires and brought freedom and independence to India. That's all part of the golden chapter of Indian and world history. Gandhiji is more relevant today than ever before. We will look at only two aspects of Gandhi, namely Gandhian technology and Gandhian economics. First, Gandhian technology. Today, when we speak about technology, we think about science, engineering, technology and innovation as the standard beaten track of STEM. Gandhiji was not a scientist. He was not an engineer. He was not a technologist. He was neither an innovator. Yet, he was all that and much more than that. His charka, the spinning wheel, was not only symbolic but also a game changer. It was his attitude to machines and large-scale industrial mass production that made him a remarkably relevant technologist of contemporary importance. Gandhiji was against mass production. He was against big companies and huge industries making things in bulk. He was for production by masses and not for mass production. Small is beautiful. That was his philosophy. This is also known as the Schumacher principle. Small is beautiful. Perhaps Gandhi's sense includes big is ugly, big is hideous. He looked upon the village as a self-reliant unit, depending fully on itself. Utilization of local resources by the local people for local use and sharing the products and produce at the village level were his technology vision. We have village-centered development as the great Gandhian idea. Recently, I heard Dr. Anil Kakodkar, a renowned nuclear technologist and engineer working on Sillage, an ideal Gandhian village with all the facilities of a city and the advantages of a rural village. City plus village is Sillage. And India, with a huge number of villages organically connected, is the dream of Gandhi as Gramaraj. Today, we work from home, including our villages, which are digitally connected. By the way, who is an engineer? An engineer is one who makes things work. An engineer is one who makes things work better. A good engineer makes things work better, more efficiently and more effectively. In a true sense, Gandhiji was a social engineer of great dimensions. The second aspect of Gandhi is his economics, Gandhian economics. What is economics? Economics is the study of money matters. It also studies poverty. That is called poverty economics. Economics deals with production, distribution, exchange and consumption. The world is now reeling under a new threat called resource depletion. We do not have enough things to work with. Greed, human greed, has created a carbon dioxide rich hot world unfit for us to exist, let alone to live. We live in a materialistic world. We believe that the more materials we have, the happier we are. We want to be more material intensive than our neighbors. This is one-upmanship philosophy that has put our planet Earth in great peril. We should know that our basic needs are and should avoid greed at all costs. Capitalism divides the world into the haves and the have-nots, the rich and the poor. It also makes a small number of people very rich and a much larger number of people very poor. And as time goes, the poor becomes poorer, the rich becomes richer. But we have a huge mass of Daridra Narayanas of Mother India. Today, the poverty line is rupees 32 per day in the village and rupees 45 per day in the city. Millions are below the poverty line in our country, and millions more are rapidly and precipitously slipping into that abominable line. That is the economic tragedy of our times. On Gandhi Jayanti Day, let us take home the messages of Gandhian technology and Gandhian economics. As you graduate and as you postgraduate, remember the practical message of Gandhi for a better and happier world. Small is beautiful. Do not mass produce. Let the masses produce. That is the best tribute we can pay to the great man. Thank you.